Shalom, shalom, Israel, shalom, peace, love, and salutations. Peace, love, and salutations to the hopeful elect. Shalom to all the men and women who are rehearsing the righteous act day in and day out. Shalom to you. Before we get started, I want to give all praises, all glory to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who are preaching and teaching this truth with humility and sincerity across the four winds of the world, to so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indigenous of the Americas, and the Israelite stranger that has been scattered across the four winds that look like those from other nations and speak the language of those other nations, but their lineage also goes back to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob as well. Okay, so today's lesson, today's video, for now, I'm going to name it Reserve the Unjust for Judgment. Okay, Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai is going to reserve the unjust, the ungodly, the unclean for the day of judgment. Okay, and as you see more and more of these Edomites, losing their mind, venting, right? Getting on social media and just crying and complaining. And some, even at this level of diminishing of this wicked heathen empire, you're seeing still some of them be proud, right? Some of these guys are going back to history and trying to teach and preach all the, how could I call it? The advancements that they have caused throughout the world, right? The advancement of mankind. Allegedly, they say that they're the ones who brought so much advancement, right? So much technology, so much convenience to the world. All right, bragging and boasting about that, how great they are, right? How, just showing more and more that arrogant Edomite spirit, right? Knowing damn well that all that was very devious acts for them to receive the empire that they have. Okay, all the wicked acts and abominations they've caused throughout the four winds is nothing to boast about. It's something that they should hold their head low. But yet you still see a lot of them boasting, right? You see a lot of them talking about, we're gonna get together again and we're gonna do this like back in the days. And that's why the Spirit led me to do this video, because that same arrogant, godlike complex they have proves more and more, proves as testament that they are the Edomites, and go back to Esau. All right, Esau being the progenitor of the self-proclaimed white man. Okay, and we're going to get a couple scriptures on that, but just touching base on what I want to speak on today, because I saw this video on social media. It's an older video, but seeing these Edomites boast and talking about how they're going to get together and they're going to make sure, they're getting tired of all these people talking and bringing out truths is what it is. They got truth fatigue, and they are getting mad, and they're talking about how they're going to come and how they did it back then, they'll do it again. Failing to realize that the reason they were successful is because what I just got done reading, right? Let's get that real quick. 2 Peter's 2 and 9. Okay, they were reserved for this same reason. Okay, let's go to 2 Peter's 2 and 9. The Lord knoweth how to deliver the godly out of temptations. All right, the godly are the hopeful elect, the 144,000. That is the saints of the Lord. Okay, those are going to be the ones who receive salvation first. Okay, the 1/3 will be part of that elect, but that comes a little after. Okay, without getting off topic, let's keep going. And to reserve the unjust unto the day of judgment to be punished. Okay, these people don't know who they serve. As a matter of fact, they don't know who they serve. They serve a false idol, for one. And this is why they don't understand the duality of Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai. Okay, they do not understand, and they have no clue what they're being reserved for and why they were given the great sword to be the whipping stick, how the elders like to say, of the almighty power, to bring judgment on his brethren, Jacob, right? The Israelites, you Hebrew Israelites, you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indigenous of the Americas, right? Those three subgroups are the most recent subgroups you could trace back to the most horrific, atrocious acts that were committed against mankind. And everybody knows this. Okay, this is why we named those three groups, because those are the big, huge primary groups that you could trace back here recently. Okay, the most recent ones, and still present to this time. The Northern Kingdom. You got to be deaf, dumb, and blind not to see that the Israelites of the Northern Kingdom are the Hispanics people. That is, in this day and age, the modern slave. But they want to turn a blind eye to that. They want to close their ears for this fact. Right? They have truth fatigue. They're being exhausted and overwhelmed by the 100% true gospel of Yahweh Bahasham Yahweh Shai. Yahweh Bahasham Yahweh Shai is the only one bringing this 100% truth. No one else, man. JC ain't did it. It still ain't doing it because JC is a false idol. JC is a created God by the white supremacists. Okay, that is the image that they created to fool their own people. Okay, but without getting off a topic, to reserve the unjust unto the day of judgment to be punished, man. Okay, this is why the Lord has let this devil rule for all this time. Job 9:24 comes up all the time. Very basic fundamentals in the understanding of this 100% true gospel. The world is given. Okay, the world is given into the hand of the wicked. And everybody could testify and agree that the world is under wicked rulership. No doubt about it. You got to be deaf, dumb, and blind not to see that. Okay? So these fools here thinking they did something special. They think there's something special. They're going to get treated as such. Okay? They just been reserved. Esau, Edom, the Edomites have been reserved for the brutal, hardcore judgment that's coming here to Babylon. Spiritual Babylon here, a.k.a. America. This is what's coming to you. So keep proving more and more what the Hebrew Israelites are saying, beginning with the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. You're proving more and more that you are the wicked of the earth, the son of perdition. Okay, and I'm going to prove it some more right here with some scripture, right? To reserve the unjust unto the day of judgment to be punished, man. Okay, the Lord works in mysterious ways. Okay, and this is why he's going to bring judgment on these people, man, because they're the wicked of the earth, man. Okay, they go all the way to Cain. Okay. All right. Cain killed Abel all the way up to Cain. He was a murderer from the beginning. Okay. Let's go here to 2 Peter's. Let me grab this real quick. 2 Peter's 2:5. This is not what you want, man. But you're going to get it. Doesn't matter how incompetent you are in understanding the scriptures. Doesn't matter how delusional and how much you like to fluff up your own feathers, the truth is going to be the truth, man. And just like everybody knows and understands the truth is hard to bear, man. Okay, this is what is coming to you guys, man. Absolute judgment, man, from the Lord. Let's start over here. Let's go here to 2 Peter 2:5. And spare not the old world, but save Noah, the eighth person, a preacher of righteousness, bringing in the flood upon the world of the ungodly. Okay, here it is. The real power. Okay, the real power of Yahweh Bahasham Yahushai, the infinite power of Yahweh, what he did to the old world, and spared not the old world. Okay, we know the story of Noah, how he drowned the whole world, completely submerged the world in water, and spared not the old world, but saved Noah, the eighth person. Okay, a preacher of righteousness. Right, the Lord at that time only saved Noah and his 3 sons and their wives, collectively making them 8. Okay, Noah and his wife and his 3 sons. A preacher of righteousness, bringing in the flood upon the world of the ungodly. All right, this is what the Lord did. He brought this judgment of the flood on the whole world, because the whole world at that time was not worthy of Yahweh Bahashim Yahushai seeing them to continue. So he flooded them out, man. Okay, he's getting ready to do another purge, but this time by fervent heat. A heat so hot, people's eyeballs are going to disintegrate in their eye socket, man. Okay, by these ICBM missiles, man. Okay, we're going to see that delusion melts away. That haughty, cocky spirit of these Edomites just melt away right before their eyes, man. All right, let's continue. And turning the cities of Sodom and Gomorrah into ashes, condemned them with an overthrow. All right, this is also what he did to Sodom and Gomorrah. Okay? This is the real Lord. This is the real power. The power of duality, man. Okay, not this mumbo jumbo that these Edomites created, man. And it is just a snare even for their own people, man. Okay, and turning the cities of Sodom and Gomorrah into ashes, condemned them with an overthrow, making them an example unto those that after should live ungodly. Making them an example unto those that after should live ungodly. Right? So here it is. The Lord did. This is how much of a stick-neck people the world is, man. This is how quickly we forget, man. Okay? There was the flood in the time of Noah. The time of Sodom and Gomorrah that was left into ashes, man. Right? And here it is. The Lord is saying, making them an example unto those that after should live ungodly. Right? This is an example, time after time again, how much patience the Lord has had on the wicked heathen of the world, man. Making that an example unto those after should live ungodly, man. Right? So all these people that are living ungodly, being unclean, unrighteous, pumping themselves up, talking about what they're going to do again to get power again. Yeah, right. Go for it. 2 Peter 2:7, and delivered just Lot, vexed with the filthy conversation of the wicked. Okay, the story of Lot. Okay. Okay, this is what the Lord has done throughout history. Right? This is exactly what he told Pharaoh. Remember what he told Pharaoh? He said, for this same purpose, I raised thee up, Pharaoh. Okay, he raised up Pharaoh, right? He reserved Pharaoh. Salakia for the noise. There's more. He reserved Pharaoh. right? Just to show his power, man. He lifted up Pharaoh so high. Pharaoh being, the ruling empire of Egypt at that time, a great, huge empire. Look what he did to Pharaoh, man. Right? That's what he's getting ready to do to the Edomites here in spiritual Babylon, aka America. Spiritual Babylon. All right, this is spiritual Sodom, spiritual Egypt, which means house of bondage, and spiritual Babylon. Okay, this is what he's getting ready to do, man. Right? All he's doing is reserving all the wicked, man. Beginning with the son of perdition, man. The most wicked, vile man of the face of the earth, man. The devil. All right? The veil of him, of who he is, have been removed, man. That seal has came off, but you still have people that are going to be blinded. Okay? The apostles and elders have been bringing this truth out, man. And announcing it across the four winds, man. And more people are waking up to know who this devil is, man. Okay, who opposes everything that Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai stands for. And he stands for righteousness. And he stands for truth. Okay? Real truth. Let's go here. Let's go here to, I wanted to grab this, talk about this devil right here. Revelation 20:2. And he laid hold on the dragon, that old serpent. Okay, that old serpent, all the way, he goes all the way back to the Garden of Eden. Okay, all the way back to the garden, man. That serpent is a man. All right. We've gone over this time and time again. The serpent is not a lizard, okay? It's not a lizard man, a humanoid lizard of some sort. No. It's figuratively speaking in the spirit what he is, man, a serpent, man. Okay? And he laid hold on the dragon, that old serpent from the garden, man, which is the devil. Who is the devil here on earth? Esau, Edom, the Edomites, and Satan, and bound him 1,000 years. Right? Let's continue. And cast him into the bottomless pit and shut him up and set a seal upon him that he should deceive the nations no more. Okay, he put a sign upon this devil, man. For so long that people were not able to know who he is. Right? That same seal, which goes into being a mark, right? Let's continue. That he should deceive the nations no more till the 1,000 years shall be fulfilled. And after that, he must be loose a little season. And we're in that little season right now. Okay? Because he's, we're in that little season right now. Right? 1,000 years that he was, suffering before he was let loose. He served that already. And now he's let loose a little season. Which if you look at the timeline of the statue of the dream that Daniel had, is the four beasts, which is the four wicked empires, and then the feet being the last. We're in that timeline right there. Okay, we're in the feet, which are made of clay and iron, right? Which has no foundation, and therefore this big ass statue is not gonna handle that rock that came at him. If you go back to Daniel, the book of Daniel, where it talks about how that statue got knocked up across the head, man, by the rock being Yahweh Shai, man. Okay, that was a very scary, horrible, real life dream that Nebuchadnezzar was having, man. And that's the dream that Daniel interpreted. Okay, the rock, because the rock is solid, man. The rock of the chief cornerstone is Yahweh Shai, man. Okay, this is why we built our foundation on. The Israelites, we built it on Yahweh Shai, man. Okay, these people have a falsity, man. They built their foundation on clay and iron. If you know anything about clay and iron don't mix, man. Try to put it together, it's gonna crumble, man. And let alone you're putting so much weight on top of that foundation, all these lies on top of lies, all these deceits, all this falsity on top of it, that when it comes crashing down is going to be a huge amazement to the world of this big ass statue just crumbling down. Okay, which is spiritual Babylon over here, right? All right, but going back to the and set a seal upon him that he should deceive the nations, man. Okay, this is how you know it's the Lord, that he should deceive the nations, right? Because this is what he's been doing, man. He's been deceiving the nations, right? The Lord has given this man authority. The world is given into the hand of the wicked, man. Okay, Job 9:24. It was given unto him. Okay, even though he thinks he took it, he thinks he came up with this incredible military strategic, expert, which he was given the sword. That's his blessing. That was part of his blessing. But just like he did Pharaoh, he played his dumb ass. He played him so bad, he made him kill his own son by his own words. Pharaoh said, I don't care. You do what you want, because Moses warned him. Remember, he said, hey, the firstborns will be killed. So ultimately, the Lord gave him that decision, knowing that his heart was going to be hardened. That pride. And that pride that these damn Edomites have is going to be their demise, man. And you see it already. It's too late. They've done too much wickedness throughout the world. And they have to continue in their wickedness, man, to stay afloat. All right? There's no coming back from it, man. He's the vagabond, the criminal that's going from wind to wind, from corner to corner to the world, man, being a damn vagabond. Right? Esau, Edom. All right? The seal that was set on him, and set a seal upon him, man. All right? But the men who have eyes to see and ears to hear know who this devil is, right? The Lord has spiritually activated us to be able to discern who this devil is, man. The number one enemy of Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai and the nation of Yasharallah. Okay? Let's go here real quick. I want to get something else. Let's go here to Genesis 4:15. And Yahweh said unto him, therefore whosoever slayeth Cain, right? Cain, the murderer from the beginning, right? That came from the serpent. The serpent is a people, man. It's a people. Okay, it's a man. Serpent is a man. And if you go back to that scripture, it talks about how it's a man, because he serpent seed is going to have enmity with the seed of the Israelites. If you go back to that scripture here. And the Lord said unto him, therefore whosoever slayeth Cain, vengeance shall be taken on him sevenfold, man. Right? Because the Lord wanted it that way. He protected this bad. This is how you know it ain't talking about a so-called black, Hispanic, or Native Indigenous of the America. Because there ain't no vengeance being taken on us sevenfold. All right? And the Lord said unto him, therefore whosoever slayeth Cain. But wait a minute, didn't Cain kill Abel? Vengeance shall be taken on him sevenfold. Right? And the Lord set a mark upon Cain right? Just like we got done reading in the book of Revelations, man. The Lord had put a seal on this man. And his seal has been removed, man. Okay, Esau has been made bare. We'll get that in a second. And the Lord set a mark upon Cain, bro. Lest any finding him should kill him. Right? The Lord protected this man, but his seal has been removed. Esau has been made bare. This is why the transition of power is being taken place now. This is why the wicked ruling power of Esau, Edom, is crumbling right before the world's eyes, man. It's diminishing because it was built on falsity. It was built on raping, robbing, and stealing, man. Okay, and if you go back to the statue of Daniel had, the feet itself tells you that it's made of clay and iron. Clay and iron do not mix. It is not a substance that you could create a foundation on. Okay, there's only one foundation. The impenetrable rock. Okay, the impenetrable rock of Yahushua, the chief cornerstone. Okay, that has passed the test of time. Has even given authority to this damn devil to do whatever he wants. And yet here it is, man. We still got this 100% true gospel. Okay, this devil done put all types of leaven in the bread. Done took words out, done added words. I mean, this man done did so much to the book. Man, that's a testament in itself how impenetrable this 100% true gospel is, man. Okay? Yeah, let's get that before I forget. Esau has been made bare. Esau been made bare. Okay, he has been exposed. He is naked, man. Salakia, let me grab that real quick. Jeremiah 49:10. But I have made Esau bare. Okay, I have exposed him. Right? Said Yahweh Bahashim Yahushai. I have made this man naked. Okay, I have removed that mark. I have removed the mark of protection, man. Where people didn't know who this was. This is why this fool has been able to fool the world, man. All right, Jeremiah, let's go here. Jeremiah 49:10. But I have made Esau bare. I have uncovered his secret places, and he shall not be able to hide himself. His seed is spoiled. Right? Who's the most spoiled people on the face of the world, man? Here in the Babylon, man. These damn Babylonians, man. They're living their whole world, their whole existence is a big falsity, is a big deception, man. And if you go into that word Babel, it means confusion in the Hebrew. Babal. Okay? His seed is spoiled, and his brethren and his neighbors, and he is nothing. Okay, if you go into that word not, this is why you got to be careful with the leaven in this damn devil. Because it doesn't mean that he is not. It means that he is nothing.
Strong's
right?
H
and I'm
369.
And this is, and what could you expect from the devil? You know,
Een.
Let's go right
And
here.
the
You see the
form
bottom, Hebrews
just below that,
369.
Ayin. Ayin.
There you go. And he is not. Look at the outline biblical usage. It says nothing, but he is nothing. Okay? For lack of. All right? He's always in the lack of, man. This dude is, the vagabond. You know, he's not going to inherit the life of abundance. Right? He's not going to be in the kingdom of the harmonious, abundance world of Yasharallah, man. Okay, that's the world. That's the new world. That's the new reigning power that's going to be established here on earth and in the heavens, man. Just like the prayer says, that will be done On earth as it is in heaven. On earth as it is in heaven. Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth it. Okay, Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth it. Okay, Esau, all right, that old serpent, the devil, okay, that is it, man. All right, the Lord, don't get it twisted, man. Just because you see the wicked is in power, and you see the most heinous acts of crime and the most vile people getting away with stuff, and don't be fooled, man. These people have no clue, but they gonna find out, man. The biggest fivefold is coming. Okay, the biggest fivefold is coming the world has ever seen, man. It is Yahweh Bahasham Yahweh Shai. He is bringing the biggest fivefold. People think they're seeing fivefold. This ain't shit, man. The real fivefold is coming, dude. Okay? And this devil's getting destroyed every day more and more. More and more, man. Okay? So I'm going to go ahead and end it with that. I got to get back to work real quick. But before I go, I want to give all praises, all glory to Yahweh, Bahasham Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles or elders of Great Millstone who are preaching and teaching this truth with humility and sincerity across the four winds of the world to so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indigenous of the Americas and the Israelite stranger that looks like those from those other nations and speak the language of those other nations.